Okay, let me see. Hopefully I'm showing myself. Hopefully I'm looking at the camera, not looking too much to the left, to the right, up, down, and hopefully my eyes are open. My small eyes are open. Hi everyone, my name is Anna, and today I'm going to be sharing with you about my very simple YouTube channel. The channel of a blind woman who was diagnosed with retinitis pigmentosa, a retina disease, retina degeneration, almost totally blind. And I'm not gonna say totally blind because I have light perception and the lights are bothering me. And for my blind subscribers, you guys, I'm looking around because the light is bothering me. And I was kind of I have my iPhone on the table, on a tripod, horizontal on the landscape mode. And I was actually holding my phone from the left and the right, and then extended my arms, and then went back to my chair, hoping that kind of guides me to look at the phone. I'm gonna do it again. Let me see, and kind of focus on feeling my right hand, and hopefully looking at the camera. So this is what I share from Anna's World. The world of a blind female woman living in a world that is very designed for sighted people. And I could say that that's it. That's what I share through my channel. People, they always ask, like, what exactly do you share through your channel? My very simple channel, as I say, well, I share videos in English and Spanish. And I don't really share anything specific. I don't really just, share about assistive technology and apps accessible to the blind. I actually share anything that happens in Anna's world. I do share about assistive technology and applications for the blind. I use the iPhone, so I share about applications that I actually use and that they work, they work for me, such as applications that GPS, accessible GPS like Soundscape, that help me get out there. Through my iPhone, I access a lot of things that I need to do as an individual here in this world. Just say, for example, I'm able to use my Facebook, YouTube channel. I upload my videos myself. I edit my videos. I add music to my videos. They're all over the place, but I do it myself. I use Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp. I text, use my phone. I read. I have all these applications that help me function out there. And I do this through the iPhone. So I do share a lot about that. But my channel is not just about assistive technology and accessible gadgets that I used to function as a blind person. I also share about my trips out there in this sighted world. I share how I do it as a blind person, how I view and sense things out there. I'm a guide dog user. So I have my third guide dog. Her name is Capri from Guide Dogs of America. It's a guide dog for the blind school in Silmar, California. My first two guide dogs were from Guide Dogs for the Blind. So I'm a guide dog user. I do share a lot about guide dogs and the amazing relationship between a guide dog and a blind person. What else do I share? Well, I just share how I function, how I do everything, being not totally blind. I want to specify that even though I'm not totally blind, because I do have light perception. I know it's day and night and I'm just looking around. I don't even have any sight to see any shadows anymore. About 5-6 years ago, I could still see kind of the cars passing by, kind of the grass, and this I was able to see, kind of distinguish the grass from the sidewalk, but I couldn't see details. So my sight has been kind of just got worse and worse throughout the years. With RP, retinitis pigmentosa, you start losing your sight gradually. It's supposed to be genetic, but no one in my family has it. I'm the only one. And I share through my channel because I can, because I enjoy it, because I like it, and because I want to share with my blind people in other countries about the apps, about accessibility for the blind, maybe hoping to share tips or strategies that they can incorporate it and that they, work for me. Also, a big reason why I share is because in other countries they don't really have any, programs or accessibility for the blind. So hoping that someone in the position of power is able to see my, maybe, hopefully, and only hoping that they can watch my video and maybe get ideas to incorporate programs for my blind people around the world. Also sharing to, spread awareness about the blind population, the blind community, and to share that we blind people we are part of this world, and promote, the inclusion of people with these physical disabilities and any disability, but in this case for the blind, we are here, we are part of this society, of, this world. And so sharing that, we're not just, we're just creatures, that we actually live and do things like anybody else. We grow up, go to school, get married, have children, study, have get jobs and whatever, and that, we are here. So why do I use the concept of From Anna's World? Well, I use this concept because even though we blind people share the disability, the blindness, we are like anybody else, different individuals, and that things that I share and I say, here through my channel, it doesn't really mean that every single blind person out there is the same or has to function the same. I share my apps and how I use my iPhone and how I do things out there, and how I function as a guide user, anything that I share through my channel, I share hoping that someone is gonna learn a little something, even if it's just one or two, people, or that someone is gonna get ideas and incorporate and work on the inclusion of, people, blind people, but understanding that this is just what happens in Anna's world, that this is how I function, this is what I do, but that it doesn't necessarily mean that that's how it has to be for every single person out there. That only happens in Anna's world, a world that, very often I might be wrong with my ideas, and when I, realize that I'm wrong, I do apologize. I do let them know this is only how I do it, but if this happens to work for you too, great, perfect. I always keep in mind that it's always, it's not always what I do. It doesn't really have to be like that for every single blind person out there. So that's my concept right there. Everyone asks me like, what do you mean From Anna's World? Well, because I share things that happen in my world and the way I function, but it doesn't mean that has to be like that for every single person. Because one of the things that I've noticed since I started losing my sight is that if there is someone that is blind and they're amazing and great, everyone thinks like, but so-and-so does, they do this. But so-and-so is amazing, no, we're different like anybody else. We learn things at our own pace, and it's just, we're just individuals. So through my channel, I don't really share anything specific. I share things that I do, that I like, that I enjoy. Whenever I find something that works for me out there, like accessible makeup, which companies don't really think about the blind, the makeup companies. But if I find something that is accessible and I find it helpful, I go ahead and do a video about it, hoping that someone will, kind of find it helpful. If I find something that I can do through my iPhone and it's helping me and it's making my life easier, I'll go ahead and share. Whenever I go out there and I find accessibility in other countries, I'll go ahead and do a video and comment on it, give my ideas. Doing this videos is therapy for me. I enjoy it, I like it. I also always have a lot to say. Besides, being blind, which I always say the blindness is just one little part. Well, let me say this because I disagree with a lot of other blind people that they say that, it's okay that they're blind, that they don't want to be sighted. I do. If they tell me one of these days that they have a surgery, I'll go and if I want to have my sight back, I will say, yeah, please, right away. I don't want to be blind. I would lie if I say that I want to be blind. It's hard. It's horrible. It's challenging. Why? Because I want to see all the beautiful things that we have here in this world. It's beautiful. So many beautiful things. When I go and travel out there, oh my gosh, I want to be able to see all that beauty and see children smiling and so on. So I always say that the blindness is just one little part of Anna, although it, it has a big impact in, plays a big role in my life and what happens. But it's because we live in a sighted world, and it's just the way sometimes how people view the blind. But I have many other things. I have I'm a psychotherapist. I have a bachelor's degree from Cal State Fullerton, a bachelor's degree in sociology, a minor in Spanish. Then I got my master's degree in counseling with an emphasis in marriage and family therapy. And then I got a second master's in gerontology, which I really enjoy. I love the gerontology field. For those who don't know what gerontology is, it studies the aging process, and I love that. So I have been combining my 2 degrees doing therapy, with older people, and it's amazing. So I'm not only blind, but I'm also a psychotherapist. I'm a guided user. I'm a traveler. I don't know, smart, intelligent, and so on. I'm just, I don't know, just throwing things out there. But yeah, I always go all over the place when I do my videos, and I care, but I don't care. I don't know. Hopefully, you're watching my video. You'll share with others about my channel. Maybe you know someone that is blind, maybe someone in the family. Nowadays we're having a lot of older people losing their sight, especially due to macular degeneration. We have a lot of eye conditions going on nowadays. So if you have anyone in the family, a neighbor, friend, co-worker, if you work with the blind population, go ahead and tell them about me. They might, I don't know, find a little something that they might be able to incorporate to make their life easier. Maybe I'm sharing an app about a gadget, and so on, and a strategy that they maybe are able to incorporate, or know that even though we went blind, and a lot of friends, especially for us who start losing our sight later in life, not later, because now we have many older people that they start going blind when they're 60 or 65, 70, and I started losing my sight when I was 18. But all the friends disappeared, and it's very common. Husbands disappear, wives disappear. They don't want to be with a blind person. Not every single one. Let's be real. This is only from Anna's World. I'm just saying that from Anna's World. I might be wrong, but if you know anyone, go ahead and tell them about me. Also, if you know any Spanish speakers, go ahead and tell them about me, that I do videos in English and Spanish, and that I enjoy hearing from, all of them. If you want to go ahead and email me to FromAnna'sWorld @gmail.com. Anna's, ANNAS, no apostrophe, from Anna's with 2 N's, world. And on my Facebook, you can find me as Anna, ANNA. My last name is GARZYA, just like on my channel. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, I'll see you in my channel. If you decide to come and watch my videos, go ahead and share, subscribe, and I'll see you. Well, I'll hear you, or I'll see you. Okay, next time. Bye.